Hi you guys, welcome back to With Love Pilates, and today I will be walking you through a beginner mat Pilates series. So this is great for those who have never tried Pilates before or for those who are still new to Pilates. I will have modifications for every movement we do, whether you think it's too simple or if you think it's a little bit more on the difficult side. I will have modifications up and down for all of the movements we do. Again, listen to your body, making sure you're not pushing past anything you haven't done before, and listen to my cues and listen to your body. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna start lying down on our backs. We're gonna warm up our core here. Good, and then we're gonna start out with our legs up into tabletop. So our tabletop is where our knees are over our hips directly, and our heels and shins are in line with our knees. Good. From here, we're gonna bring our hands to the front of our thighs so we can find our abdominal bracing here. You're gonna take a big deep breath, inhale through your nose. On your exhale, press your hands and your thighs as heavy as possible towards each other for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, press heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Last one, take a big deep breath in, filling those lungs up with air. Exhale, press heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling that nice shake of the abs, and then let those feet rest down. Good. From here, you're gonna reach those hands up towards the ceiling, making sure your feet are sits bone distance apart. Plug your shoulders down into your back body here. Take a big deep breath, inhale through your nose. On your exhale, press your arms down by your side, curl up with the head, neck, and shoulders lifting up off the mat. This is called your chest lift. And then slowly lower back down, arms go back up towards the ceiling. And we'll repeat just like that. Exhale, curling up into that chest lift, trying to get the ribs closer to the hips, but the ribs also closer to the floor. And then lower back down. Now, as you're doing this, making sure you're not lifting with your chin like this. That's gonna have gravity work straight on your neck. I want your eyes to gaze at your knees or your pubic bone each time. Good, let's go 2 more here. Exhale every time you lift to activate through the transverse abdominis. And then the last one, we're gonna hold at the top. Now you can keep your hands down by your side, or you can bring those hands back behind your head for a little bit more support. From here, I want you to lift your one leg up to tabletop and then put it back down. And then switch, other leg lifts up to tabletop and put it back down. Now we're trying to do this without shifting in those hips at all. One leg is lifting and place it back down. Good, other side. Now, if for any reason this chest lift starts to get too much, just drop it back down and focus on the knee lifting and utilizing those low abs. I'm gonna add mine back in. Good, Joelle. At home, one more time, onto the right and to the left. Good. Last one here. Good, then you're gonna bring both feet down, drop the head, neck, and shoulders down. I'm gonna have my hands down by my side here. I'm gonna float my legs into tabletop here, back again, and squeeze my legs really heavy together as if there's saran wrap around my legs like a sandwich. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and flip my palms up so I have a little bit more openness in my chest as well. If that feels too uncomfortable, remember you can always keep your palms down. From here, really dial into that pelvis. Make sure it's not going to arch where there's a big space underneath the low back or tuck really heavy. You want to find a nice middle ground. From here, you're going to slowly tap both toes down towards the floor. Exhale, utilize your low abs. Lift it back up. Good, and repeat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift it back up. Beautiful, you guys. Let's go a few more like this. Now, making sure you're not going too low with the toes where you start to arch in the low back. Listen to your body. Make sure you're utilizing those abs to maintain that neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Beautiful. Now, if you're looking for a little extra challenge, you're more than welcome to add the chest lift for the last 5. Good. Last 4. Make sure you're continuing to breathe. And if you're in the chest lift,
Make sure the shoulders don't join the party for 3. They're bad party guests. They leave drinks everywhere. They leave without saying goodbye. Last one. Good, and then let everything rest. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment, giving a big old squeeze of those hips to release them. And let's float those legs back up into tabletop. For this next exercise, we're gonna hover our arms 1 inch off of the mat here, really reaching those arms long. I want you to extend that right leg out in front of you nice and long. Pull the left knee a little bit deeper into your chest and then switch. Switch. Really finding the length of that leg each time, really reaching it out of that hip. Now again, if you would like a little bit extra, curl up in that chest lift. And maybe if you want, your hands can go behind your head. Good, we'll go for 5, onto the right and to the left. 4. Good, you guys, I know you guys are doing awesome at home for 3. Good, really reach each time for 2. Good, 1. Good, and then both legs in tabletop. I'm gonna start the next variation with the head, neck, and shoulders down. But again, if you're wanting that added challenge, remember, lift those head, neck, and shoulders up. From here, we're gonna slowly extend both legs out this time towards that place, and then exhale, pull your knees back in. Now, if going too low with your legs is a lot on your low back, maybe you reach them up a little bit higher. Yes, the higher your legs, the less your abs have to work to stabilize the spine. Now, if you feel, again, that low back is lifted off of the mat, you've gone too far. Let's go 5 more. Same idea, if you want that chest lift, lift it up high for 4. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. Good, last 1. Hold your legs, lengthen. I'm gonna knock my head, neck, and shoulders down. Lift your legs up towards the ceiling, and then lower your legs down. Lift your legs up towards the ceiling, and lower your legs down. Good. Now, if you need a rest at any point, take it. If your hips start to bother you, hug your knees into your chest to release them out. Let's go 4 more. Good. Again, the lower your legs go, the nastier it gets. For 3, again, but I don't want them to go too low where your low back starts to arch. Good. Last 1. Good. And then hug those knees into your chest, giving that bursa sac a big squeeze. Extend the legs back up towards the ceiling. Grab onto that right calf muscle. That's going to get you up into the chest. Now double check that the shoulders didn't lift up to the ears. You want to drop your shoulders down. Let that left leg lower and hover off the ground a few inches. Pull the right leg in twice. Inhale, inhale. And switch. Exhale. Inhale, inhale. Switch. Now this is called our scissor switch. Keep going with a little bit of pulse. So you're getting those abs active. The rectus abdominis is having to engage. The obliques are having to engage. Keep switching. Good, you guys. Let's go for 5. For 4, if this is too much, you can always drop your head down and just focus on the scissor switches. Let's go for 3. Good, 2. We're also getting a hamstring stretch as well, working on our flexibility. Remember that Pilates is the lengthening and the strengthening. Last 1. And then hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a big old squeeze. Whew. I hope our abs are warm. If not, remember, you can always reach out to a free consultation, or maybe it's time for you to get up into that intermediate style. All right, we're gonna go into our bridge series here. Again, feet are flat on the ground and your arms are down by your side. I'm gonna flip my palms up again. Feel the tripod of the foot. We're gonna start out with our articulating bridge, meaning we're gonna peel up bone by bone by bone. Right away, wash your knees. Make sure it feels like there's a ball between your thighs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, curl your tailbone under. Slowly round your hips up, vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Feeling a nice squeeze of the glutes at the top. Inhale. Exhale, soften through the spine, the chest, mid-back, those ribs, the low back, and then you finally untuck your hips. And then repeat just like that, slowly rounding up. Now, as you round up right away, I want you to feel your heels dragging towards your glutes, your thighs reaching towards the opposite side of the room, and then slowly rounding back down. Good, bone by bone by bone. And every time you're at the top of that bridge, make sure those glutes are really trying to squeeze towards each other, as if your glutes are gonna kiss each other. Mwah, at the top, that little squeeze. Good, make sure those abs are activating. You're not allowing those ribs to kind of hang open. Yes, it's not a back bend, it's an engaged articulating bridge. Good, at the top, we're gonna hold here. Give me little pulses. We're gonna pulse up and up. Good, dig your feet, dig your heels into the ground. Again, every time your arms or your glutes are going up, your glutes are squeezing. Now, if you would like a little bit more, take those arms up towards the ceiling. Good, last 10 for the squeezes, 9. Good, 8, drop your shoulders down. 7, connect your belly button. 6, to the back of the spine. Last 5. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And then round down. Arms are going to come all the way down as well if they were up. Beautiful. Now that our legs are a little bit warmer, our glutes are a little bit warmer, we're going to go into our hinge bridge, which is a little bit different than our articulating bridge. You want to think as if there is a plank of wood taped to your back and your back is flat. You're going to inhale, exhale, lift those hips straight up and then back down. Lift the hips straight up and back down. Good. Lift the hips straight up and back down. I'll slow it down a little bit here. Good. Feeling those inner thighs connecting, making sure those knees aren't falling out, making sure the knees aren't falling in. Yes, they're right in line with those hips and ankles. Good for 3. Now, if you feel your low back taking over here, really double check that the core is active. Your ribs are heavy into the back of the spine. Your glutes are squeezing as well. Good. 2 more. Nice, you guys. Last one. I know you guys are killing it at home. Hold. Feel the inner thighs connecting, almost as if there's a ball there. Let's do those little squeezes again. I'm going to float my arms up for this. Little squeezes up for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing my arms back down so I can have a little bit more assistance here. We're going to really watch our hips here. We're going to go into a single leg bridge. Without moving this right hip, float your right leg into tabletop. Hold this for 10 right away. It's a lot of work on that hamstrings. Hello, hammies. 9, 8, 7. Good, you guys. 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot back down. Double check those hips. Did they shift? Hopefully not. If so, just adjust, no worries, without moving this right hip or the left hip. Left leg floats up. We hold this for 10. Drive that right heel towards the glute. 9. Activate those abs for 8, 7, 6. Make sure you're breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot back down. We're going to finish out with a beautiful, juicy, articulating bridge. Inhale, squeeze those glutes up 1 more inch. Exhale, slowly soften through the chest, the mid-back, the low back, and then at the last point, you untuck your hips. Let's find a nice spinal twist. Open those arms out to a T. Drop your knees over to the right. Turn your head over to the left, or whichever way you went. Good. The foot that is closest to, or the foot that's closest to the way your knees are going, stack that foot on top. So right now, my left foot stacked on top of my right. It's gonna get a little bit deeper into the stretch, add a little bit more weight. Ooh, this feels nice. Place that foot back down. Let's go to the other side. Knees over to the other side. Head over to the other side. Beautiful work, you guys. And again, I'm going to stack that other foot on top here. Getting a little bit deeper here. Inhaling. And exhaling, you may feel a stretch in the hip and the quad and the back. It's all different for different people. Good. And then we're going to bring our feet together. Extend the legs out in front of us. We're going to go into our roll up. Now, if you know the roll up, you know what's coming. If you have trouble with this exercise, you have a few options. You can place a rolled out towel underneath your low back because for some people, depending on how the spine is built, it's really difficult to do the roll up. Or you can utilize assistance. I'm going to show the assisted version first. I'm going to bend my knees and dig my heels into the mat. Arms are going to go up towards the ceiling. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, roll up, chin to chest. You're going to grab onto the backs of your thighs to help pull you all the way up to seated. And then you're going to slowly round back down, bone by bone by bone by bone. Unassisted, legs stay straight, looks like this. Inhale, exhale, curling up, rounding up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, sitting up nice and tall, and then rounding back down slowly. Good. Let's do 4 more with whatever variation you decided today. Now, if you would like even harder, your hands can go behind your head the entire time, and it's like 10 times nastier. And then rounding back down, bone by bone by bone. Good, you have 3 more like so. Really feeling the abdominal connection, feeling the spinal mobility here. digging those heels down into the ground so our legs don't float and fly like flailing, I don't know, things that flail, yeah? Let's go 2 more. And beautiful, you guys. We have 1 more after this. Maybe you try that neck pull. Maybe you try that full extended leg variation. Good. And then take a second. Reach for your toes. Find a nice hamstring stretch. Good, nice. We're gonna go into our side lying variation. Now, I'm gonna lie over this way here. You can go up on your forearm like so if that feels comfortable for you. Maybe you want to lie down onto your head like so. Arm can be straight, or you can have your hand propped up. If you have a Pilates ball, you can utilize it as a pillow, or you can take an actual pillow and place it underneath your head. But again, I'm going to demonstrate with up on the forearms. Now, before we go, I want to talk about the engagement here. If you're lying down your side, double check that you're not sinking in your side body. The entire time, I like to call this my mouse house. Yes, it's a space where a mouse can crawl through. So you want to make sure your bottom ribs are lifting up and away from the floor. An easy way to do that is if you take your top hand and press that top hand and the top hip towards the opposite side of the room, and allows the hip to lift up a little bit more. Good. Again, I'm going to go up on my forearm. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with both knees stacked on top of each other. If you're on your forearm, really press away. Yeah, we're not chilling at the beach. We're really pressing up. Good. And my toes are in line with my spine. Yes, so my knees are in front of me. We're going to start with our clamshells. We're going to open our legs and then close our legs. Feeling the engagement of the glutes, opening the leg, and then close that leg. Let's do that 8 more times. Feeling the engagement here. Good. For 7, working those deep external rotators. Now making sure the ribs are pressed back. We're pressing up and away. You're also more than welcome to take that top arm and reach it up towards the ceiling. Good. You have 4 more for 4. Good. For 3, strengthening those hips. Good. 2. Nice, you guys. Last 1. Hold it here. I want little pulses back. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close that leg. Feel the inner thigh work. Then this whole top leg stays parallel. Just lift it up, lower it down. So now you're feeling that side glute there, those abductors working. Then really squeeze it back together each time. Good. Now if you start to feel your neck kind of hurting holding this position, really make sure that your neck isn't dipping down yet too far. You want to keep it right in line with the spine here. Good. Keeping that top hip pushed towards the opposite side of the room. Let's go for 4, 3. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it. Pretend that there's a little plate in front of the knee. You're going to circle that plate for 5, for 4. Last 3, 2. Reverse on 1 for 5, for 4. Last 3. Feeling that glute starting to burn. 2, 1. Good. And then rest. Good. Take that top leg. You're going to extend it out. So it's a little bit more. You can find the length a little bit more in this position here. We're going to lift that leg up to hip height and back down for 10, 9, 8. Good. 7, 6, 5. Again, feel the engagement happening here for 4, 3. Really reach like that heel is trying to break through the wall like Kool-Aid, man. Oh yeah. For 2. Last one. Hold it. Give me little pulses up. 10. For 9. Good. Try to kick something above you. 8, 7. Maybe you have something right there that you're trying to kick for 5. Underneath side of the couch. 4. Good. Maybe your kid. I don't know. Maybe they're upsetting you. For 3. Just kidding. Please don't kick your kids. 2. And the last one, and then take a second and rest. Good, you all. Give a little burnout of that glute here. Good, a round of applause. Shout out to Rachel. We're gonna flip ourselves over onto all 4s. So onto our hands and knees. Now we are gonna be here for a while, so if you'd like to place a towel underneath your hands, you're more than welcome to. If being on your wrist feels too uncomfortable, always more than welcome to bring your forearms down onto the mat. Or you can do this work standing as well with your hands on a kitchen chair or on the kitchen table here. But I'm gonna be here. We're gonna start out, we're gonna extend the right leg back behind us with our bird dog balance. float the right leg up and then reach that opposite arm, the left arm forward and hold. And what you're pretend as if I have my hand on your wrist and I have my hand on your ankle and I'm really pulling you away so you find a full lengthened position. Good, holding this for 5 more counts. 4, beautiful you guys, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hand there, place the knee down, tap the hand to the ground without shifting anything, lift it back up, 10. 9, now if you have a light set of dumbbells, maybe one of those is in your hand, 7, 6, or maybe you're just utilizing that body weight, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to place my hand back down. Same leg that I just had extended behind me extends back. We're going to lower and lift that leg for 10. Squeezing that glute every time it lifts, 9. And engaging to the underneath side of that glute, that hamstring. I like to call it the glam string, very sassy. 5. Good, 4. Last 3. Good, 2. And 1, place the knee down. We're going to go right away to the other side. No halftime show is what I like to call it. Extend the opposite leg back behind you. And then reach the other arm forward. Let them float off and at hip and shoulder height. Make sure the shoulder is out of the ear. You're really reaching through the ankle, reaching through the wrist, making sure your abs are pulled up and in. Yeah, pretend as if my hand is underneath your belly. You're lifting up and away. Good, let's hold this for 5 more counts or breaths for 4. You guys are doing so amazing. Really reach, reach, reach for 3. Good, 2. And last 1, place the knee down. Keep the arm up. Don't change anything. Lower that hand down and lift. 10. Good, 9. Again, maybe you're grabbing that dumbbell. 8. A light one, preferably for 7. For 6. Last 5. 4. Good, 3. 2. Shoulder stays away from the ear. Last 1, you place the hand down back underneath the shoulder, reset yourself so the left leg can extend back behind you once again. Floating it up and off the ground, you lower the foot, you lift it back up for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, good, 1, hold it, and then place that foot, knee down. Walk your hands out, send your hips back towards your heels. Find a quick stretch here, lengthening out that spine. Good, and then roll yourself up. Let's head over to the other side for our side lying series. Again, remember your options. You can be up on that forearm. You can lay all the way down as so. All right, from here, remember those feet are in line with our hips. Taking our top hip, we're really reaching it away. Those bottom ribs are reaching away from that mat. From here, our feet stay connected. You open that top thigh and then close that top thigh for 10. Finding those clamshells around. We're really double checking that our pelvis isn't shifting and rocking and rolling here. We're trying to stay in neutral. 8. Good. Nice, you all. Last 5. Good, 4. Last 3. Good, 2. Hold it up on 1. Give me those little pulses back. Pulse for 10. 9. Feel the engagement between the greater trochanter and the sits bone. Really engaging for 5. 4. Lift those bottom ribs. 3. Make sure you're not chilling at the beach. 2. Good, 1. And then close that leg. You're going to lift that top leg up completely. Lower it back down without shifting here at all. 9. Good, 8. 7, really feel as if there's a tray on your leg. You don't want to dip the tray. Good, last 5. Good, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1, hold. Remember that plate is in front of the knee. Draw circles with the knee for 5, 4. Feel that glute burning. 3, woo, girls. 2, and reverse on 1 for 5. Good, 4. You know it's a burn when it's burning your Pilates instructor, right? 3, 2, 1, and rest for a second. Take that top leg extended out. I'm going to bring my hand back on my hip. Connect through your abs again. Check all what's going on in your upper body. Remember, just because the lower body's taking the beating doesn't mean we forget about the upper body. Let's lift that leg up and lower it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, you guys are doing great for 6. Last 5, 4, good 3, good 2. Hold it up on one, hold for 10. Little pulses 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Good, give it a nice round of applause there. We're gonna head back to our all fours position, onto our hands and our knees. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. We're gonna do something called the knee hover. Now, again, if this feels too uncomfortable on your wrists, you can ball up your fists like so and press them into the ground really heavy, or you can go down onto the forearms. Just be wary. Your butt will be up in the air, so make sure you don't arch your low back. Really connect through your abdominals. Curl your toes under. Good, and then like you're gonna do a plank, but we're not yet, it's coming. And hover your knees 1 inch off the ground and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. We're gonna do that again. Don't worry. Yeah, we're gonna do it 2 more times. You should be feeling that full body activating, the shoulders, the abdominals, those thighs. Yeah, I honestly think it's harder than that plank. So really connect into your breath and inhale and exhale. Let's do it again, because why not? It's a day that ends in Y. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Curl your toes under, hover your knees off, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, beautiful, 3, you guys are doing great, 2, 1, take a second, rest those knees down. Inhale deeply, fill those lungs up with air. Exhale right back to it, let's do this. 10, finish it out, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest those knees down, good. Now that our body is warm, we're ready to go into a full plank series. Again, if up on your hands isn't working for you, take it down to your forearms. You're also more than welcome to do this with your hands on a kitchen table and your feet back behind you, if that full plank on the ground you're not quite ready for. All right, let's go ahead and do this. You're up on your hands or on your forearms or at the kitchen table. Step one foot out, other foot out, and hold and breathe here. Now, when you're in your plank, you're really pressing the floor away. You're reaching back through your heels, but you're also reaching through the crown of your head here. Your elbow pits are facing towards each other. Good, and you're feeling your belly button pull towards your spine. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those knees down, send your hips back towards your heels, flip your palms up. Find a beautiful stretch here, really sinking the chest in between your arms. Good, try to get those elbows off the ground so you can sink into your shoulders a little bit deeper. Good, from here, I'm gonna transfer onto my feet to a forward fold. Good, do so how you need. Good, and then from here, I'm gonna stack my hands up behind my head. I'm gonna bend my knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing, bone by bone by bone. Inhale at the top, exhale, round back down. Finding the softness of the spine. Inhale, exhale, rounding up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, rounding back down. Nice, so we're mobilizing that spine a little bit deeper, getting a little bit stretch. Rolling back up, and at the top, let's find an extension, a thoracic extension. Lift the chest up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back center. Good, bring those arms down. Now that we're standing, let's get into our legs a little bit more. My feet are gonna be a little bit outside hip distance. I'm gonna go ahead and face you. On all 10 toes are pointed forward. Really make sure your weight is into your heel bones. Yeah, the more your weight is into your toes, the more the weight is going to be into your knees. And you want the weight into your booty. Roll your shoulders down and back. Again, maybe you're grabbing those dumbbells. Inhale, exhale, send your hips back, arms go up, and then press it back. We're doing some squats. Yeah, going in a range of motion. That works for your hips and your knees. Good, let's go 7 more. Beautiful, you all. 6, if the arms aren't working for you, no worries. Maybe your arms are on your hips instead. Last 5. Good, 4. Beautiful, 3. Good, 2.
Nice, you guys. Last one, hold it. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hips, little pulses. Again, not bouncing in the knees, but up an inch with the hips, down an inch slow for 10, 9, 8, 7, feel your core active. 6, protect the low back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Lift your right heel off the ground. Go back into the squat. Pulse it out again. 10, 9, 8. You guys are doing great. 7, press your hands in towards each other. Activate the chest. 7, 6, good. Last 5, breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, right away. Other side, getting back down there. 10, 9, yes, you guys. 8, breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing all the way up. Widen your legs, externally rotate them slightly. Getting into those deep external rotators a little bit more. Good. Making sure your toes are pointing to the corner. Really watch that you're not rolling into the inside edges of the feet. That's going to cause your knees to roll in. Put a little bit more weight to the outside edge of the feet. Inhale, exhale, squat it down, and then back up. I have energy through my arms, so I'm reaching my fingertips wide to the walls next to me as I squat down. I'm thinking about pressing my thighs back and pulling the inseams of my leggings out in front of me. For 5, for 4, you guys are doing great. For 3, good. 2, hold it down on one hold. Good, give me little circles of the arm circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, get lower with the legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse on 1, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the arms out on 1, pulse the hips down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Oh yeah, it's nasty. 10, 9, 8, press the thighs back. 6, lift the chest wider and prouder. Good. For 5, shoulders down your back. 3, we're burning. 2, 1, and then stand all the way up. Roll those shoulders back for 4, 3, parallel those legs. 2, last one. Let's take a final roll down. Take a big deep breath in. Hands behind your head. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll all the way down, nice and slow and controlled. Good. At the bottom, release your hands to the floor. Gently shake your head out. Yes. Yes, you love Pilates so much. And then shake your head out. No. Stop the shaking of the head. Gently bend both knees, anchoring the tailbone. Scoop your belly. Slowly roll yourself all the way up and up and up and up into your chin's last lift. I have no idea the state of my hair. I'm scared. But again, we're human, right? Walk your feet in. Let's roll the shoulders back again for 4. Good. 3, 2. Last one. Last final 3 big deep breaths in. Inhaling love and gratitude for your bodies. Exhaling out any feelings of stress or tension. Again, inhaling love and gratitude. Exhaling out any feelings of negativity or judgment. Last one, set a goal for yourself for the rest of this day, whatever day it is for you. Exhale it out, make it happen, then count. Thank you so much again for joining me today at With Love Pilates. Hope to see you next time. Love you, mean it.